We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys. That's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Marsh. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide-out level noise. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it, it's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman, sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick
fires the pass, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Right back to the well. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-level, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way. speed from that defender on the return.
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw. It's Marsh. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third down, he drops to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Another incompletion on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Offense in a bunch formation. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That's caught. It's Ellington. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast. Understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end?
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He makes it grab.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Looking left. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Marsh. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's got it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Off the play fake on first down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter.
Penn State, 14, 0.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dumps it off in the flats. He breaks a tackle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Marsh. Plucks it out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Makes his man miss.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Rush is on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Catch in the middle. It's Winston. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Turns it on down the left side. Oh, the fumble on the defense got it. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the second time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think. You speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency in getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe it chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kick is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Strickland. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Strickland. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Marsh. Quickly complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start. drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the marker. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Selvia. Right down the boulevard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Here on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. By himself, he makes the grab. Open field on the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
The pass on first down was completed via the screen. Turn of 5. Brings up second down.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He's got him. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 40-yard line. That's a
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Kelly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
3rd down play from the gun. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Pitt will line up to... He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones
turning it on. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Parker. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves him with the running back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. So now on comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the...
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Finds his man in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Looking to throw, it's Brock. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead, and I can continue to run the football, and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.